You ever feel like everyone around you is ahead? Like you're falling behind in life? I've felt that too. But what if you're not behind at all? What if you're just looking in the wrong direction? Comparison is usually quiet, and it creeps in when you're scrolling and when someone your age is buying a house, getting married, landing some big job, and suddenly you're questioning everything about your own path. I am guilty of this myself, but what we forget is most of what we're comparing to is curated, it's highlight reels, it's surface level, and even if it is real, it's not your race. What helped me was learning to come back to my lane, my pace, my progress, my peace. That doesn't mean I don't have goals. It just means that I don't lose myself trying to run someone else's timeline. Sitting there and wishing that you had someone else's goals or the life that they choose to show on Instagram or whatever it might be, 10 times out of 10 is never going to help you with your own progress. I don't see any kind of motivation coming out of that. I only see it hurting the perception of yourself and your confidence and your peace. Everyone's process is different and everyone's rate of success is different, and that's okay. You're not behind, you're becoming. And some seasons are quiet, some seasons are all about foundation and unseen work. That's all still growth. If you're moving with intention and taking action on a daily basis, at least hitting some type of goal every week, whether it's big or small, you're heading towards a bigger path. So don't ever sell yourself short. So let's get right into it. Here's some things you can do instead. Number 1, get offline more. Seriously. Limiting your use of social media in your phone or just flat out deleting the apps is an absolute game changer. You come to find out the real world is nothing how it's perceived on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you're looking at. You give yourself a chance to be more present with your thoughts and yourself. You get to know yourself better. And also, at that point, you kind of cut out everything you're trying to compare yourself to. It comes with a lot more mental freedom, which ultimately is going to give you the opportunity to continue to work on yourself and head towards the path you want to actually be on. So, with that being said, get offline more. Number 2, write down what success means to you, not what Instagram has to say. And I don't mean sit here and think what it means to you. Actually write it down. Put it to pen to paper. What success means to me is freedom and comfortability. So I'm able to travel where I want to go, be where I want to be. I'm not looking to be filthy rich or have a bunch of cars or whatever it might be. I just want to be free. Chances are you get brutally honest with yourself and sit with your own thoughts and really think on what success means to you. It might be a lot different than what you initially thought. So think on that and write it down. Going into number 3, check in with your values, not just your milestones. I feel like part of staying in our lane is also staying aligned with our values and principles in life. Keeping good values and sticking to the values that you stand by is just as important as the milestones themselves. What's the point of hitting big milestones and goals if you had to completely go outside your values and principles and sell yourself as a person? Why do you think we have so many depressed millionaires? Stay within your values and let yourself grow within them. That alone can be as big of a success as actual milestones when you're checking in with your values and seeing that you're growing along with your goals. If you're continuously growing as a person in a good manner whilst achieving your goals, I'd say that's complete success. And that's just another perception on how you could define it. Let's get into number 4. Celebrate your quiet wins, like staying consistent, staying grounded, staying kind. So, staying consistent, that's half the battle right there, and that's where most people fail. There's no shortcut to staying consistent. There's ways that can help, but there's no magic pill or anything that's going to keep you consistent besides your own thoughts and your actions. Your mindset and goals that you set and a schedule that you create that creates discipline will help with consistency, especially showing up on days that you do not want to do it. Those are the ones that matter the most and creates more of that consistency and discipline. A lot of people say it, showing up on the days where it's hardest matters most. But you hear it from a lot of people, especially people who have succeeded in life. So chances are there's probably some truth in it, and there's no other way around it. The next one I mentioned is staying grounded. Staying grounded in your thoughts, emotions, and reality is very important. We can experience a lot of self-doubt and fear throughout this process and this journey that we're going on. And that's completely normal, and it is okay to have those thoughts. as long as they don't derail us from our journey. Action tends to eliminate anxiety and fear. So as long as you're taking action and continuing to do the right thing, these thoughts will pass. And it's good to remind yourself and show yourself some love and positive affirmations for putting in the work and staying consistent. Talking with others as well and having a good support group or friends or family that really support you and will give you good advice, but also honest advice, can help you stay grounded as well. And last but not least, staying kind. Staying kind can protect you from bitterness, because when you feel behind, it's easy to get resentful towards others who seem ahead or even toward yourself. Kindness keeps your heart soft in a world that wants to harden it. It helps you stay open instead of closed off, and that openness allows you to keep growing. It goes back to keeping you grounded in who you want to be. If you only treat people well when things are going your way, it's not real growth. It disrupts the comparison trap. Comparison breeds ego and insecurity, but kindness shifts your focus from why don't I have what they have to how can I bring something good into the world right now. It returns you into your purpose, not your position. Kindness is also contagious, and it builds connection. And when you're kind, even when you're struggling, you make people feel safe, and that energy builds relationships, community, and trust, which will all help you grow. People might not remember your progress, but they'll remember how you made them feel. So to wrap this up, if you've been feeling behind lately, this is your reminder to zoom out, breathe, you're on your way, you're just comparing too much. Keep showing up, keep doing your work. Drop a comment if you've been there, or if you found ways to get out of that mindset, drop it below. If you felt this, consider subscribing. I'm building this space for people trying to grow without losing themselves. Thank you very much, and have a great day.